Hello and welcome to the third and the last instructional video for making the interlocking shapes project. In the first video I showed you how to make the four shapes and line them on top of each other on the left hand side. In the second video I showed you how to use the little red stick to make the slots on the side of all your shapes. Now the last thing to do is to copy these and make copies of them and fill up the whole paper here. The black rectangle here indicates the size of the wood in the laser cutter, and we want to use as much of that wood as possible. It's very important that you do not change the size of these shapes, because if I were to click onto here, if I were to click onto one of the corners arrows or the side arrows and stretch or shrink or enlarge this shape, it would end up changing the size of the slots, and then it won't fit together very well. So after you put the slots on, you cannot change the size of your shapes. So let's go like this. I'm going to click onto one, and then I'm going to right click, brings up this box here, and I'm going to choose duplicate. That just made a copy right on top of this one. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag and I'm going to put it right beside. I'm going to click onto here, right click, choose duplicate. I've got a copy on top of there now. I'm going to pull that over. I'm going to go down here, click, right click, duplicate, and pull it over. You should probably be getting the idea now. Okay, you want to just keep copying until you fill up the whole thing. An interesting thing to note is that you have an empty space in here, and if you take one of these, if I go like this, I select it and then I right click and I duplicate. If I pull it off to the side, you can see where my copy is. Now while it's still selected, I'm going to go up here to the rotate button and I'm going to click it once and then twice, and basically it puts it upside down, and now I can move it right in between those two, and that just uses up all the space, so I will be able to fit more triangles in that way. Eventually you're going to want the whole sheet filled up, and it should look something like this. At this point you are basically done. Now all you need to do is to save your drawing, go File, and then Save. And that makes sure that you have a copy of your drawing with your name and your directory. But in order to put this drawing onto the laser cutter, you need to save it onto a memory stick and then bring it over to me at the laser cutter. So once you get a memory stick off the wall and you plug it into your computer, you're going to save it again. This time you're going to go File and you're going to go Save As. Choose Save As, and this box will pop up. In this box up here where it says Save In, you're going to click on the down arrow, and you're going to go down, and there's a whole bunch of different places you can save it. You want to choose the one called Lexar. Lexar is the name of the memory stick. So I'm going to choose Lexar, and then I'm going to hit the Save button. Once you've done that, you've just saved your drawing onto the memory stick. Okay. At this point, you need to close your drawing. Go down to on your computers, you'll see a little icon of the memory stick, and click on the eject memory stick, and then bring it over to me at the laser cutter. And that's it. Once we cut it out, they'll all fit together perfect, and you'll be good to go.